Y'all, this is truly my favorite time of the year. I love Christmas.
Yes, and as a result, I'm out there hanging off the side of the roof, like dangling, trying to hang Christmas lights like
Y'all,
Chevy Chase.
y'all, I've been trying to get him to go up on the roof and hang
I ain't
some
going
lights.
on the roof.
Yes, but I love it.
Yes, but for some, they may feel like they're just surviving this time of the year.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Gleesy.
And I'm Al.
And here forever I do, y'all, we pray.
Build relationships.
According to God.
Hey.
So, this new series,
Yes.
Holiday Survival 101.
Yes.
Y'all, not everybody likes this time of the year.
Yes.
Like, it can be stressful.
And even if you do like it or
True.
you love it, sometimes you still have to implement certain things because there are some things that you just have to survive during this time of the year.
Yeah, I mean, you do spend like extra time with family members that you don't typically spend a lot of time with, or like extended family members.
Or those people at the airport or on the road that can't drive.
Exactly. There's a lot of stresses that come with the holidays, as well as it being such a joyful time. So we're going to help y'all, all right? So the first thing is dealing with toxic family members.
Yes.
We all have them.
Yes.
And if you don't think you do, you probably the toxic one.
Yeah. So again, we all have them. Like, I mean, those family members that you go to Thanksgiving dinner and they spilling the tea on everybody, or if you're single, they're asking you when you get married. If you're married, they're asking you
when you having a baby.
And if you have kids, they're asking you
when you having another one.
Yes, like so we all have those people we have to deal with, whether they asking you those kind of questions or they just negative, or they just aren't your cup of tea.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you got to implement certain strategies, if you will, to survive them.
I love how you said strategies when you really mean boundaries. You have to set boundaries. Like you have to let people know what you will and will not take.
Yes. And I mean, one of the first ways to set that boundary is to simply limit your time with them. Like you control the distance in whether it's physically or emotionally, you can control the distance. You can set the pace for your interaction. So you may have to dip into other rooms or just keep it short and sweet when you're responding to some of their questions. Like, I got it, and just move on, or maybe sometimes even act like you don't hear them and move on, or move the conversation to a separate topic because you want to control that dialogue, because you don't want them to invade your peace, especially during this time of the year.
Yeah, like, and a lot of times, like, especially when you have kids, you make that sacrifice and go see loved ones that you don't usually see because you want your kids to spend time with, other family members, and it just so happened that that person is there. So, I mean, you like I'll say, you just keep your distance, They come in a room, you go to the other room. They come in that room, you go back to the kitchen, oh, I'm eating, busy yourself. And I know it's like, oh, it shouldn't be that way. But the fact is, you're not just there for that person, You're there for the experience. You want your kids to, have interactions with their extended family. So sometimes you just gotta push through.
And then controlling that distance, that pace, make the conversation about them. I mean, people love talking about themselves.
Yeah.
So if you see them coming towards you, be prepared with questions to hammer at them to turn the tables. So you may ask them like, how has your year been, or how is work, or how is family, and just keep peppering them with questions. And sometimes you can turn the table to where they will turn and walk the other way because they want to control the dialogue, because they want to control the interaction, and as a result of controlling the interaction, they know in the past they may have been able to control you. So if you start the dialogue by asking them questions and keep it centered on them. When they ask you about marriage, maybe twist it real quick. Oh, we're doing well. How are you? When they ask you about kids, the kids are great. How was your weekend, or how was your trip? Like, just keep deflecting and turning it back to them and answering questions, or keep them answering questions to keep the focus off of you and your life and what they think your life should be like.
Right. I mean, and another thing that you can do is like maintain like emotional distance. So like not every conversation needs to be deep, you know? You can be surface level with people. You can be cordial with people. I mean, you don't need to go tell them your deepest, darkest secrets or, you know, your goals over the next 5 years. You know, sometimes you just need to have that surface level relationship with them.
Yeah. So what does that look like? They saying again, you're single. Oh, when are you getting married? When the time is right. Oh, well, what does that mean? When are you having kids? If you're already married. Oh, when the time is right. You already got kids, eh? When you having more kids? When the time is right. So again, like keep it surface to where maybe they get the point without you being rude or stooping to their level. And again, you deflect and you get them to turn around and look back at themselves, or maybe they go to that other cousin. Or they look at your sister or your brother across the room and you give them a wink and say, here they come. Because again, like, you know that's their goal. That's their goal, to kind of bring people down to their level during the holiday season. And that's the reality, that you just will come across those toxic family members.
Like no matter what, they're just always unhappy.
Yeah,
and like sometimes like your energy can be contagious. So if you're kind of in a good mood, trying to just enjoy the moment, that can be contagious. Like if they're continually met with not getting the response that they want, eventually they probably just going to stop talking altogether, or they're going to come along with the rest of the family and, you know, start to enjoy themselves.
And one of the tips of the trade that we typically do, we forgot it this Thanksgiving, we won't forget on Christmas, bring a game. Bring 1 or 2 games so that it eliminates the question and answer sessions. And now you can just engage in some friendly taboo or...
taboo is not friendly.
Yeah, but again, it keeps the questions to it. It limits the questions to about the game and maybe that interaction and that dialogue change, or throw on YouTube or whatever and do some karaoke, have your mics ready or whatever, make it fun, make it light. To where, again, you're not having those conversations that just break your peace.
So let us know in the comments how you're going to bring the peace this holiday season. This is your guide on how to handle toxic family members this holiday season.
See you guys.